My name is Sandras Phiri. I'm the CEO and founder of Pranary. Pranary is a practical business school and entrepreneur community. We provide coaching and education for entrepreneurs to help you grow your business. We've been running at Pranary, we've been running the Empower All 7 Areas of Life series in order to help you increase your impact, income, and fulfillment. And today we're going to talk about financial power. We're going to talk about money. Money, right? We're going to talk about money. And this is a super interesting topic because it's a topic that causes a lot of issues, okay? But it's also a topic that empowers you. It's a topic that starts wars. It's a topic that starts fights. It's a topic that grows businesses. It's a topic that makes businesses fail. It's a topic that causes trouble in relationships. It's a topic that is really important. It creates rulers and people lose power because of this topic. Fantastic. Great. So when we're talking about money, first of all, we talk about the fear. Okay. There are fears in the 7 areas of life. And when it comes to financial power, when it comes to money, the fear there is fear of losing money or fear of not making enough money. That's the fear. Okay, if I follow this path in entrepreneurship or I do this, I'm going to lose money. Or if I do this, I'm not going to make money. And it's a big one. Or I'm running out of money now and it's a big thing. So what we're going to talk about today will help you to get over that fear, but most importantly, to grow your money and boost your the amount of money that you've got, and also that is tied to your confidence. Okay, so your net worth also ties into your self worth. Your self worth also ties into your net worth. So I'm going to share with you the 4 ways to grow your money. And number one is have a good relationship with money. That's where it starts. Having a good relationship with money. Okay, what are the money beliefs? I'd like you to type in the chat box. Money is, how would you finish that sentence? What are the money beliefs? Money is good, money is bad, money makes the world go round, money is the root of or evil. Money doesn't grow on trees, right? Even if banks have branches. Okay, money can buy you happiness, all right? But even if they say money can buy you happiness or buy you relationships, but it does give you, money can buy you love, right? That's what they say, but money can give you a good bargaining position, right? So what are your money beliefs? Type in the chat box. It'll be good to see what your beliefs are around money, okay? So that is the starting point. When you don't have a good relationship with money, it impacts whether you put money or not. Let's pick the universal one that people have around money, which is money is evil, or money is the root of all evil, or the love of money is the root of all evil, right? It's a universal one. I've spoken to entrepreneurs now, virtually to entrepreneurs from 73 countries, but in person, physically, I've been to 27 countries. And this money is evil is kind of universal. Okay, so why does it matter? If you believe that money is evil, will it help you make money or lose money? Is it empowering or disempowering? So I believe that blaming money for evil is like blaming a spoon for obesity. Okay, blaming a spoon for obesity, or blaming money for evil is like blaming a knife for violence. You can use your knife to cut your vegetables, or you can use your knife to cut your neighbor. It's not the knife, okay? It was you. The same way you can use money for good or you can use money for evil. It's not the money, it's you, Okay, so a lot of people, when it comes to money, they say, uh, I don't want to be very rich. Like, why don't you want to be very rich? I don't know, because I think if I was very rich, I would leave my wife. Actually, funny enough, when somebody said that in a session, um, that person, I know them personally, and they say that in a session, we addressed it. But she said, no, 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 no. For me, actually, I'm stuck. Like, I'm in this relationship because I'm broke, right? Meaning you always just wanted to leave, but didn't have the money or the means to make the move. And actually, this year, they're broken up. So for him, this was an enabler to do something that he wanted to do. And it's the same thing for for some people that mm, they believe money would um, make them evil, but it doesn't. Okay, money is neutral. Money is a tool. Money is power. You can use it for good. You can use it for evil. And but if you think about it in terms of if you are not comfortable with money, or you don't want money, or you believe money is evil, would you accept people to give you money? Would you charge for your services? How comfortable would you be to charge for your services? Yeah. How comfortable would you be to charge for your services if you believe money is evil? Then also, if money is evil, why do they want it at church, right? Why does the papa want the money if money is evil? Okay, so it's important to have this good relationship because you can receive the money and you can keep it. If you believe money is evil, when it comes, you make sure it goes away and you pay everybody and everything, and the money disappears, and then you get comfortable again. So that's the number one way. Have a good relationship with money. Then the second way to grow your money is to pay yourself first. Okay? When we get our money, look at your budget. Who do you pay first when you get your money? What do you have on your budget? People will pay for the bond, will pay the rent, will pay for the contract, the accounts, the cars, and all the obligations they've got. You pay for that. Why do you pay for that? And you pay the people that you owe. But if it's a cousin that you owe money, you just put them at the bottom of the list and they never get paid, right? So why do we pay things in that order? We pay things in order of importance. Now, if you are, and where are you on your budget? Are you there at all? Do you have any, are you there on the budget? For a lot of people, you're not even on your own budget. But what you're saying is that you're not important. Okay. So that is the problem. That if you're not on your budget, you're not paying yourself. You're saying you're not important. You're paying for everything that matters and just saying you don't matter, really, pretty much. So what is paying yourself first? Paying yourself first is saving, putting money away for you, putting money away for you. Why does that matter? It improves your self-worth. It improves your confidence. If you got zero money, if you always getting into debt, you vibrate at that level where if you're trying to sell something because you're desperate, your energy repels. When you're broke, it's very difficult to get anything. So it's like when people say, help me get a job, what type of job would you have? Anything. How likely is that person going to get a job? And when you're selling something, you say, how much is it? No, just give me anything. People feel uncomfortable to transact with somebody that is desperate. And again, money follows money. Okay. That is why if you go to a bar, you find that there's a tip jar, but it's empty. How likely are you going to put money there? If somebody's playing music and they say, please give me some money for my music, and their jar or their hat or whatever they've got is empty, how likely are you going to put money there? But if you find that the tip jar's got money, you're going to put more money. And if somebody's playing music and there's money, you put more. So when somebody is raising money as an entrepreneur, more investors want them. The same thing with all of this. And it's actually a biblical concept. It says that to those who have, more shall be given to them. And then to those who don't have, what does it say? Even the little which they have shall be taken away from them. Okay. So when you pay yourself first, you're tipping your own tip jar. Okay, so the best bartenders, they know that it's at the starting of the night, they put their own money in the tip jar, and because customers, when customers come and they see that, they start putting in more money. That's the importance of paying yourself first, and then you pay yourself first, and then some of that money you start investing, and you keep growing it. Okay. Then number 3, earn your right to risk. Earn your right to risk. This means you need to risk only what you can afford to lose. Okay, and earning your right to risk starts with, first of all, if you don't have any money put away, you start with just saving, and saving where you get 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, whatever small percent that you get annually. That is fine, because a lot of people say, oh, no, but if I put money in a bank or put money somewhere, I will not get enough interest. And then there's inflation, and then this and then that. But instead of putting money in other things that matter, or there's other things that give better returns, they actually don't put any money away, okay, which is a problem. But other people, what other people do instead is that they think, okay, saving and all of this is boring. And then they take the money and put it into high risk and high return type of things, and then they lose everything, which just takes you back. Okay. So what is earning your right to risk? You put you start with savings, and then if you're going into like stocks or different types of investments, you start with cash or cash equivalents, okay? Money markets, bonds, all of that, and then you move to one level up, like the unit trust. These don't give you too much interest, but they are also they're more secure than higher up you go, and then you can go to blue stock, blue chip stocks, okay, like your JSC top 40, your your top 40, your Nasdaq, your S&P 500, and all of those. And then from there you go to large cap stocks. Then you move to mid cap stocks. Then you go to small cap stocks. Then you go all the way now to like riskier stuff, which is like your penny stocks. And then you can also then go even higher to investing in the startup, and then different levels of startups as well. And because those actually give you high return, high risk. Why is that important? Is that if you lose, the rule is really 10%. If you lose 10% of your money, you don't go around complaining to everybody about how much money you lost. Like you meet people in the lift and you're telling them how much money you lost. You get into a cab, you're complaining to your Uber driver how much money you lost. Yeah, everybody you meet, your hairdresser, your barber, how much money you lost. And also the opposite is also true, that if you make 10% more money, you don't go bragging at every buyer how much money you made. You meet people and you start giving financial advice and telling people how much money you made. So working with just 10% higher more and more into risky assets stabilizes your emotion. Warren Buffett says, if you cannot manage emotions, you cannot manage money. Okay? Real investing is boring. It's really boring. You put money away and pretty much do nothing. You do very little. Okay? That's investing. A lot of people call trading investing. I buy, I sell, I buy, I sell. I bought MTN shares and I sold them. I'm a good investor. No, you're a trader. I bought and I sold crypto. You're not investing, you're trading. I bought a house last year, then I sold it this year. You're not investing, you're trading. So it's important to know the difference between investing and saving, and investing and trading, and then also earning your right to risk. Number 4, get rid of bad debt. So a lot of people are in debt. And then a lot of people actually believe that everybody is in debt. But that is actually not true. I remember when we were getting married, me and Lily, we said we only want 100 people at our wedding. One of my aunts, he said, oh, but the whole family, just one side is 150 people, the other side is also 150, 300. He said, oh, that's what we can afford. He said, you need to borrow borrow. You work for the bank, you can borrow. Everybody borrows for their wedding. You know? I said, no, we're not gonna borrow for our wedding. Okay. At that time I learned to buy stocks at Zambia sugar stocks and Shilanga cement stocks in Zambia. I sold some of those to pay for the wedding, and also my wife had a good job and we also had some savings. We put our money together, and then we had friends and family put some money together, but we did not borrow. So there's a belief that everybody is in debt. It's not true. Then the other thing that you need to know about debt is that if you find yourself if you find that you're digging yourself into a hole, stop digging. If you find that you're digging yourself into a hole, stop digging. I'll say that again. If you find yourself that you're if you find that you're digging yourself into a hole, stop digging. This is important, that if you're in debt, stop borrowing right now. Like today, don't borrow. Okay, the 7th of the month, you're already thinking about where to borrow. Do not do that. Okay, because it just continues. You need to stop borrowing. So number one, stop borrowing. And you might be saying, but Sandras, I need money to make ends meet. I've got a lot I can't afford and all of this, and my expenses are higher than my income. You know what that says? It says you're living beyond your means. It's a hard thing to say or to hear, but it's the truth that if your expenses are more than your income, you are living beyond your means. Okay, so stop borrowing and live within your means. And then what you do after that is that you start paying off your debt. Okay, you pay off your debt, and then you start paying off your debt, and you start with the debt which is most expensive. So two methods of doing that. You could start with your most expensive debt, like the one with the highest interest. So one could be 5% per month, another one is 18% per month, meaning every month you're paying 18% more than what you borrowed. What you do is you could get rid of the bigger, the one with the which is more expensive, and then afterwards you put it into the one which is cheaper and cheaper until you finish. Okay, and then when you finish paying off one, you don't go and borrow again. Okay, so some people then they finish paying off one debt and then they go on and take on new debt. You don't do that. You pay off and then you take both the amount that you were putting in the first debt that you cleared and the one you're putting in the current one, you put both amounts into one, then it moves faster. Okay, so is debt good or bad? The answer is it depends. There is good debt and there is bad debt. Good debt is debt that puts money in your pocket. So good debt is debt that puts more money into your pocket. And then bad debt is debt that costs you money. So how do you tell? If you borrow now, and the money that you borrow should help you make more money. So if you're borrowing to drink, La Zambia, Chapati guy, right? If you're borrowing money to go and party, that's bad debt. If you're borrowing money, if you're still paying for the food that you ate at Christmas, that's bad debt. If you are borrowing money just for consumption, that's bad debt. Like so, store accounts, all of those, that's bad debt. Okay, because that's money that you just paying more than, and that money is not making you money. So good debt would be debt like if you're putting into a business and it makes you more money. That's good debt. You're acquiring assets that help you grow your business. That's good debt. Okay, and if you get a house and that house is on rent, that is good debt. Okay, so there, when it comes to that, a lot of people argue. They say, "But my house is an asset. Is your house an asset or a liability?" So talking about that, it's important to define these assets and liabilities. What is an asset? What's a liability? According to Robert Kiyosaki, an asset is anything that puts money in your pocket, and a liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. Meaning, your house, if it's not putting money in your pocket, it's a liability, even if you live in it. People argue, say, but then if I don't do that and I'm paying somebody else's bond, it is still a liability unless you put money in your pocket. So we had to learn that the hard way, that we had a few properties that we just keep putting money in, but then didn't really get to pay for themselves. And then you start offloading them because you realize that actually this property is making you broke. Is your car an asset or liability? If it's putting money in your pocket, it's a taxi, it's an Uber, it's an asset. If you're just using it to go to work and back, it's a liability. It doesn't matter how much you love it. So if it's taking money out of your pocket, it's a liability. Very, very important. So these are the 4 ways in which you can grow your money. And then I've got a bonus way. A bonus method is the future of money, understanding where money is going. So money has evolved over the years. That it started out with people would barter. I bring a cow, then you bring a goat, then you have to say, okay, but my cow is worth 6 of your goats, and then you exchange. And then you bring salt, you bring cloth, and all of that, you keep exchanging. Over time, it became difficult. Like every time, what if I want just half a cow? What happens? Right? And then they moved on to the best, the next form of currency, which is like they would melt metal, and they use shells and other types of things like seashells and a few other things, and things that represented value. Then it moved on to now the precious metals, and then that kept changing. Um, you melt metal and then you put it in certain shape, and that's what you use as currency. But just instead of moving the actual goods that you needed to exchange, then that's what it moved from metal to paper. And it then moved from paper, where you have the notes, moving to digital. So you have digital currency now, and you have mobile money, a representation of the same money. But now it's moving on to crypto and blockchain. That is the future. And it's important to understand that, and understand that what are the good projects that are happening in that space, in the blockchain crypto space. And it's really easy to do. Just go to read up on one article, one YouTube video that will explain the different things that are happening. There's a lot of people saying, I don't understand this and I'm not interested. And then they just bury their heads in the sand. And then they miss out on understanding what is happening. So when you understand this, you would be able to use it as well as just know what is happening. So whether you could use that in your company, okay, what can you do? What are the interesting things, and what can you use? And also, can you position yourself and your business for the future? And in this case, we're not talking about speculation where you're just buying and selling or trading or leveraging. We're talking about just understanding that what is really happening, and then you decide to do what you want to do in that space. And remember, when you're doing any of these things, when something is completely new, 10% true. And everything I've said here is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only. There's a question from Ellie Paradi from Rwanda. How long can it take on average to break the wrong beliefs paradigm around money? What are the best recommendations to implement a good working belief? So it can be quick, okay? Can be quick. So one way of breaking money beliefs is just to think about, if you think that money is evil, you look at the opposite of that. And what's the opposite of money is evil? So money is good. Then how do I ensure that that new belief is reinforced and implemented in my head and my mind? You start looking for evidence that says that money is good. So it's like, okay, money is good. I can use it to pay for fees and pay for people. I can use it for charity. I can use it to grow on holiday. I can use it to help other people and all of that. And the good thing about money, by the way, you can never have too much. When you have too much, you can always give it away. The other way around is not so much. Okay. And a lot of people say that money is not important. It's those who have a lot of money. Because otherwise, if you don't have, that's what you think about almost all the time. And then other people have just resigned. They keep saying, oh, no, it's not about the money. But they're thinking about money. Cool. Ellie is asking, is it recommended an entrepreneur should start a business with a clear, complete financial projection? No, no, you don't need to. You can just start and just look at, if I provide this service, can I make money? Can I make more money than I'm putting in? So if I am selling, I am importing and selling laptops. I imported a laptop at $100, and then I sell it and make money? If it costs me 100 to bring it in, and I can sell it for more than 100, then that's good. So a mistake that a lot of people make is that they haven't checked like whether the service or product would make money. So they bring in, they just I'm buying these phones and laptops from Dubai, and $100, then I sell them for $200, but they don't factor in that actually they had to fly and all of the other expenses, which cost $200, and so the business then doesn't go. And then for those who want to join us at Pranary, we got a new program. Some of you are seeing that some of the people join us on the new program are here. This is the biggest game coaching program. So biggest game coaching program is for existing business owners, and we help you to grow your leadership, your impact, and your income. With this, we look at you understanding at what level you are, because there are 9 levels of leadership and 9 levels of an enterprise. And then if you're at level 1 and you're applying rules at number 4, it doesn't work. So think of it like you're driving a car, and if you start out in gear 1 and you just jump to gear 4, what happens? The car will just go, and then you jump back and then you start at 1 again. So there are people keep jumping. So this program is for those who are feeling that I want to grow my impact. I'm tired of doing the same thing, expecting different results, and they're feeling like, I need to level up my business, level up my impact. And with that, the people belong to this the Pranary coaching program gets invited to exclusive dinners and exclusive retreats. For instance, we just came back 2 days ago. We went to Vic Falls, Victoria Falls. It was a really beautiful retreat. And so with Pranary, our members of this coaching program get to do that. A few years ago, we went to Mauritius, and then we went to Silicon Valley in 2020. And then this year it's going to be in Cape Town at a beautiful location. So those of you who are keen, let us know. You can let us know if you are interested to learn more about the Pranary Game Changer coaching program.